Hi everyone, it's Miss Hempel. Today in class we started our algebra unit, and right now we're just going to review some algebra vocabulary that we're going to be using in class. So the first word is variable, and a variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents an unknown or varying number, okay? And a lot of times we forget about this word right here, which is varying, meaning that it changes, or changing number. And that's where we get variable from. A symbol, a letter, for example, X, doesn't always have to equal 2. It could be any number. Okay, so for example, again, we said we could use letters. A lot of times we see the letter X. It could be the letter A. It could be a symbol, like a star. But in class, we're mostly going to be using letters to represent variables. Okay, the next vocabulary word is expression, a mathematical phrase or sentence that shows the value of something. And we've seen expressions before. We've talked about them in class. So for example, 2 plus 2 is an expression. Okay, it does not have an equal sign. That expression has a value of 4, but we would say that it's an expression. Another one could be 4 squared plus 8 times 3. Okay, they could be really long or they could be short. Those are examples of expressions. Next, we have an algebraic expression. So this is the same thing as an expression except that it contains variables. So, an algebraic expression also can contain numbers. It contains numbers, operations, and variables. So for example, I could have 2x plus 7. It doesn't have to contain any numbers. I could say a plus b. It could be really long. It could be like x to the third power plus y plus 18 minus 3 squared. Those are all algebraic expressions because they contain variables. The next word is term. A term is a number, a variable, or numbers and variables being multiplied together that are connected by addition or subtraction. So, if we take an expression is made up of terms. Again, they're separated by addition or subtraction. So, if I take this example from above, I have 2x plus 7. So, I have one term here, 2x, that is one term. And then next to it, the number 7, that is also a term. So there are two terms in this expression. Again, you can tell because they're connected by addition. So that separates our terms. Okay, if I give another example, like 3 to the 4th power minus 8 plus y minus 2b. Okay, so we're going to see how many terms are in this expression. So I have a subtraction sign, an addition sign, and another subtraction sign. So these are separating my terms. So my terms are first here, that's one term. 8 is another term. Y is a third term. And 2b is the fourth term. Okay, so again, they're separated by addition or subtraction, but they could be a number, it could be a variable, or it could be numbers and variables together. Okay, next, substitution. Replacing variables with numbers to determine the value of an algebraic expression. So for example, if I have the expression x plus y, if x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, I can substitute these values. So x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3, so the value of the expression would be 5. This is called substitution. We're replacing the variable with its number. Okay, and if you think about it, you can think of substitution when you have a substitute teacher. The substitute replaces your teacher, so the number replaces the variable. And the last word is coefficient. A number multiplied with a variable. So, for example, 2b means 2 times b. And I'm going to use the dot instead of an x for my multiplication symbol so we know what it means. Or I could say 5y, and that means 5 times y. And the number 5 is the coefficient. Here the number 2 is the coefficient because it's being multiplied by the variable.